The Law of Correspondence. This law is the revelation that everything that I experience on the outside of me in the physical plane is merely a reflection of my internal self, my internal experience. Jesus said, as within, so without. This is how he described this. So just let that sink for a moment. This is another secret that has been hidden from the masses. Everything I am experiencing is a reflection of my inner world. I am creating everything that I experience. I am God in His image. As I observe me, I create my image. Now, when I first had this revelation, I was like in victim mode. I had so many people, so many things, so many businesses to blame for everything that was wrong with the world, wrong with my life. I wanted to fight it. And it was when I finally surrendered to it, and I thought, what if it's true? What if I'm creating my entire reality? I started taking responsibility for everything that came to my awareness. At first, it was overwhelming. I actually failed many times. And I began to succeed more and more. And now, I'm actually playing at a whole new level where I get to test this only on my faith, which is another law we'll talk about later. Now, to trust that by changing myself, I change my reality or my experience of reality, it does require a huge leap of faith. So now I play with my own faith just to see how much I can actually usher in. But let's explain the law of correspondence a little bit deeper with some few examples. Now, when I'm thinking it's not safe outside, and I'm feeling fear on the inside, I'm going to experience the world as a dangerous place. I'm not going to want to go outside, or I'm going to need protection or security. It's not actually the world is a dangerous place. It's actually my belief that the world is a dangerous place that makes it so. When I'm thinking about greatness and I'm joyous on the inside, then my experience of everything outside me, everything in the world, is fun and playful. And when I'm feeling angry, well, then the world is just working against me. The struggle is real. They're out to get me. I don't understand. Angry. And when I'm feeling optimistic, the world is full of possibility. It's not that there's possibility that makes me feel optimistic. There's always possibility. It's my being optimistic that I get to experience the possibilities. No matter what I'm experiencing on the inside, it manifests on the outside. Now, thankfully, due to the law of gestation, this is not immediate. Because then every single worry I would have, worry about a car crash, boom, car crash. Worry about plane crash, boom, plane crash. Worry about somebody lying to me, boom, I get lied to. So it doesn't happen immediately. By using this law of correspondence, I'm able to immediately understand myself, my current perception of the world more deeply. This is like Michael Jackson, look at the man in the mirror. See, in the past, I would chalk up feelings of negativity to actually happening because of where I was, or maybe I was in a bad mood. And feelings of positivity were actually a result of being surrounded by positive things and experiences, or even being in a good mood. As it turns out, this was only the surface. See, the superficial standpoint kept me in a state of blame. It kept me in a state of the world happening to me. I was always at the mercy of what was going on around me. or I was being stuck in an emotional state. See, as I started to investigate this and went more deeply with it, I began to become aware that I really was creating my own experience of every situation. And I could actually bring out the best or worst in people based on what I believe to be true about them. In undesirable situations, my own flaws, my insecurities, and my limited perception, limited awareness, limited state of consciousness were actually creating that experience. Now, with this new expanded awareness, this allows me to see farther, broader, more clarity and more depth than ever before. So now I can create greatness in nearly every situation. Now, I'm still perfecting this. The few situations where I become caught up in the drama or discomfort now, though, can actually excite me because I know that they're actually showing me where I still have some cleanup to do. It's like where somebody actually can piss me off and trigger me, that shows me where some imperfection is with me, some error I have. And errors, by the way, are where there's access to my greatness. So, are you ready to realize your greatness? Are you ready to delve in and see, how am I creating my world? How am I creating my reality? How am I creating everything that's great in it and everything that's less than great in it? And how can I change myself internally? If so, then you're ready for the next practice here. And these practices are practices you will want to review over and over again. This is a way of living. It's not something to do once. This is something that I do on a moment-by-moment basis. They've been completely embodied when I have a situation that crops up that seems to be outside of what I intended to create. The first thing I do, well, maybe sometimes I get a little agitated. And then the moment I return to myself, then I go into this practice and it starts to dissolve the negative experience that I previously was having and starts to change things to the world that I create, the world that I intentionally create, because I am always creating it. So whether or not I'm consciously creating it or I'm unconsciously creating it. So let's get to the next practice so that you can have your full greatness realized. Start to realize where the errors are so you can have deeper access to more and more and more and more greatness.